morning. In fact, if you look at the Asian stocks on Monday, Asian stocks did slide after traders sold on the reflation trade in the wake of a hawkish pivot by the Federal Reserve. Stocks in Australia were down 1.4%, while Kospi was down 0.7% in trade. Nikkei was down as much as nearly around 2.9% in trade. If you look at these stocks in US, well, the US stocks ended sharply lower on Friday, with the Dow and S&P 500 posting their worst weekly performance in months after comments from the Federal Reserve official James Bullard that the US Central Bank might raise rates sooner than previously expected, and this exactly spooked the investors. Friday also marked quadruple witching day, which is the simultaneous expiration of single stock options, single stock futures, stock index options and stock index futures. It was the largest options expiration in the history. The flattening of the US Treasury yield curve also contributed to a sharp fall in bank stocks this week, with the S&P 500 financial sector itself down close to around 6.2%. The yield on the 10-year Treasuries declined 6 basis points to 1.4%. Dow was down 1.58% at 33,290, while the S&P was down 1.3%. Nasdaq was down as well, as much as 0.9% in trade. If you look at the European stocks, a slide in the European bank and energy stocks was exacerbated by hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve official, which also saw the stock 600 index snap a 4-week winning streak as fears of US policy tightening came to the fore. Sentiment was also dented by the EU losing its bid for speedier COVID-19 vaccination deliveries from UK drug maker AstraZeneca, which could slow the pace of a steady vaccination campaign. Banking sector plunged nearly 3% as concerns over an eventual reduction in liquidity saw investors locking in recent gains. European energy stocks fell 2.9% on Friday, in line with lower oil prices. Basic resources stocks were the worst performers this week, down nearly 8% over fears of Chinese capping the copper prices weighed. DAX was down nearly around 1.8%, while CAC was down 1.5% in trade. FTSE was down 1.9% in trade. WTI crude, however, did rise 0.9% to $71.6 a barrel. However, gold futures did fall 0.6% to $1764 an ounce, as we have seen the dollar index itself strengthening since the last week. Thank you for watching.